Hello, everyone. Welcome to LOCKBEARD Phenomena number 47. More bull. Hopefully, looks like we're live. Looks like Joe was first here. He says he got the first seat. Bigfoot phone home. Yeah. It's Saturday, June 4th, 2022. Yeah. How's that conference even still happening? People still went this year. Like, I'm not very driven to go to any conferences because there's all this bullshit going on. Igor literally took a freaking phone call from Sasquatch. Are you fucking kidding me? Joe says, "Oh, hey, how do you appear to know what nobody else knows about Bigfoot? You make up that shit out of whole cloth. That's how." Rex says, "Hey, Joe, where are you going with that gun in your hand?" Rex is here. He says, I think I'm about to go to Riverfest and see Willie Nelson." Mr. Lee, welcome. More bull. Yeah, more bull. More bull. Troy says, "Basing." Not sure what, but you talk. Oh, you're pulling the Sheldon right now. Bazinga. A version of Bazinga. Angel says, "Hello, everybody. Lowriders here. Patty Troy, welcome to all of y'all. Mark Dodman. What's up? Jen's here. Welcome. Sanders here. Welcome. Squatching Cowboys here. Welcome. Lots of hellos and good days and all that good stuff. How far behind am I on this stuff? Holy crap. There's Mr. Hugh. He says, "We love bull." You love bull, huh? Well, there's plenty of it going on, that's for sure. Got to deal with the situation there. All right. Who else is here? Mr. Lee says, "Mark, it's the Queen's reptilian birthday." You still believe that Queen is a reptilian? It's that shit's crazy, right? She's just an old lady who won't die. Why? StreamYard, I don't get it. Why the hell is this shit so spastic? There was no reason for it to jump like that just now. It's just stupid. Have I just finished watching your show? Fantastic, man. Joe says, "Remember, Bigfoot only uses Android phones." Really? Tall one's here. Welcome. I don't know. I was gonna mumble a little bit about the Nebraska Bigfoot conference about that was 6 weeks ago. A little late to talk about it, but whatever. Platinum Jubilee, What does that mean? Mark Dama says, what's this about a phone call with... Oh, you don't remember that? That right there. That's what that was from. That was last year, Nebraska Bigfoot Conference, which just happened again for this year. You can see right there. It was last year. Igor Burtsev talking to Bigfoot in Russia on the phone. Apparently, he got on the phone with a buddy in Russia who let Bigfoot use the phone to talk to Igor here. Well, I mean, you can't really hear it, but...
I will explain later because now I cannot say this. What he said. What? You? Что ждем гости? He said that he is waiting for me personally to be his guest in his locality. This is great. Он еще будет говорить? That is another creature, very huge and very stupid. He doesn't speak, but he was very aggressive. And he said that we put him into the big hole, and now he's sleeping there, though there is no melted, and maybe he will wake up again. What the situation?
Anyway, that is... Can't hear anything on there, really, but supposedly he was talking with Bigfoot. Yep, talking to the Russian guy. Mark Robbins says, must have missed it, mate. Yeah. You know, so you can get a Bigfoot to talk on the phone, but you can't get a picture of this Bigfoot talking on the phone or video, or, I mean, you know what I mean? It was just such ridiculousness. I can't believe that this group up here, but see, this was, you know, this is a bullshit Bigfoot conference. There's too much bullshit. There might occasionally be a legit person that shows up, but it's bullshit, which is why someone who's a complete bullshit artist like Duke was at this year's Nebraska Bigfoot Conference. Squashing Cowboy says he said he talked to Bigfoot on the phone. Yep. Igor. Joe says, I've been to 2 conferences and 1 festival. The festival I'll go to again this year in Whitehall. As for the conferences, I will probably not go to another. See, this is why, like I think it'd be really cool to start up a conference that is about legit, you know, logical, objective reasoning, critical thinking, you know, real scientific investigation into the phenomena of Bigfoot. It may be other things too, but because most of these conferences are just completely tainted with a bunch of bullshit, and it's just, why would I want to go? Why would I want to go see that shit? I mean, look at this. Hold on a second. Where's this at? Here we go. Stop sharing. No, we don't want to stop sharing. I'm not on that one. Now, trying to get this thing to. For some reason, this is acting totally different than normal. So let me try and get this up here. Here we go. Here we go. Make sure you guys can see it. It's kind of small. Anyway, Nebraska Bigfoot Conference 2022, 5th annual, end of last month. So people are paying, look at this, a Friday ticket, $20, Saturday ticket, $20 for adults. $50 for the weekend, I guess. Brought to you by Harriet McFeely, the Bigfoot lady. If you are not familiar with this lady, maybe you've surely seen some video of her. Let me, this thing is not working the same. I should have been able to jump right to it, but let me try this again. Jesus Christ. All right, there we go. There she is. I'm sure she's a real nice lady. You know, but her mind's her you know the saying about keep your mind open, but not so open your brain falls out. Well, I think hers might have fallen out at some point. So anyway, so like this here, I mean, she runs this museum, I guess. Anyway, that's this flag right here. All right, this happened in the wind, but she got possession of this flag. For one, the story was ridiculously long before they ever got to the point where the flag was torn up. I was like, are you purposely drawing out this story for freaking ever before you get to anything that even mentions Bigfoot? It seems like there was a whole bunch of shit that she said leading up to the point where the flag got tore up that has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do. The flag got tore up. That's the only thing that's important. And she says this is braiding. She thinks is Bigfoot. So here it sits, this torn up flag. They got twisted up in the wind. It's in a Bigfoot museum. Yay. Victory for Bigfoot researchers everywhere. Again, I don't, I'm sure she's a real nice lady, but this is a problem for people that really want real answers. We're sick of this bullshit. Sick of it. Year after year, documentary after documentary is like Bigfoot stories, blah, 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 great. And you never know which ones are right. They haven't been properly vetted. Every single one of them, I think, should probably be, if it's gonna be, there should be like lie detector tests and stuff like that to try and at least get some kind of better picture, because, some people can fail them anyway. Some people can pass them anyway. I get that, but getting this closer to what's legit. The best thing I can do right now is look at the stories and say, okay, this sounds like something that's believable. Joe saw a big hairy person hunting. That's it. There, no hocus pocus, no magical bullshit, no mind speak, no none of that shit. Just big hairy dude hunting. Totally believable scenario compared to some of the bullshit that we hear. So that's the best we can do. It's just what sounds like it's believable and could reasonably happen. What's plausible? Tall One says, but we should still believe him, right? That's what some of them think. Too much vodka. Heard about this, never saw it. Yeah, I wish there was better audio. There probably is somewhere. It seems like I saw some video somewhere that had better audio. But whatever. I mean, it's obviously just a bunch of bullshit, right? I mean, does anyone actually believe the dude talked to Bigfoot on a cell phone? Miss Lisa Sandra, I would swear now, but I'm not going to rubbish. There's Nikki. She says hello. Welcome, Nikki. Jen says, but what did Bigfoot say? No translation. He was translating, but I can't understand what he's saying. The sound just sucks. So, you would think that we would be able. Look, we got these conferences, right? Full of Bigfoot researchers, right? Who are out there collecting Bigfoot audio evidence. These people should be pretty good with audio, right? But all these conferences, the audio freaking sucks. Every video, like very seldom do you get good video from any of these damn conferences. If you guys can't get good audio from the video of the conferences that you're having about Bigfoot, where you're talking about collecting audio as evidence for Bigfoot, I don't have a lot of faith in your ability to collect audio evidence about Bigfoot. And that's aside from the fact that a lot of them are full of shit. You got people that have participated in lies that I've I exposed, like the Beast TV guys helped Debbie cover up and lie on their channel about stealing audio. I don't think anyone's doubting that that's the case at this point. So, and these guys are supposed to be our go-to guys for audio concerning Bigfoot. And these conferences with this shitty audio, it's just like it's just maddening. I mean, seriously? Cheese had slid right the fuck off his cracker. Yeah, that's Joe says Igor's cheese has slid right the fuck off his cracker. Yeah. Uncle Bones is here. Welcome. Donald. Welcome. Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, get to the truth, man. Sick of all the rubbish. I'm telling you. Yeah, but Mr. Lee, you won't listen to me. You still want to believe, okay, you like with LIB, for instance. I mean, I get it. You can't go with my feeling. In the beginning, I just had a sense about him that he was completely full of shit. But then people were showing me the evidence that proves that he was stealing stuff and lying about it. And you can go to his channel now and look at his community tab, where he's deleted everything older than, I think it's at 6 months now. 6 months back, everything is deleted. Why would someone delete all their content older than 6 months unless they were trying to hide something? I think he had so much stolen shit on there, he wanted to he just wiped it all clean so that no one could dig up anything else. I think. But let's not call that a fact. I can't say that. All I can tell you is that a couple of things that come out of that shit was, like I proved right here for you guys, that it was stolen. So, that wasn't on me. Others helped with that. So, let's see here. Angel says, at least real bullshit serves as fertilizer. This wouldn't do squat. Yeah. Man, how far behind am I? Gonna feel better. Yeah, please feel better. Mr. Lee says money. Yeah, money. It's all about the money, man. a letter today. Good deal, Uncle Bones. You met her? Did a video on her museum. Uncle Bones says Jen's still sick, but somewhat better. Donald saying hi to everybody. Nice people can make up bullshit too. Just remember that. Yeah, and that's the thing. Where I try to explain to people, are like, yeah, but this person's so nice. I was, yeah. You know, some of your greatest bullshit artists will just kill you with kindness. So you don't want to, you know, like the Beast TV guys. Man, those guys seem nice as nice can be. But there's some bullshit on their channel. And they did help her lie about that stolen audio. You know, that happened on their channel. Angel says to Joe, at least Whitetail doesn't charge to get in, just whatever you buy for food and vendors. Scratchy Boy said, yeah, it was wind torn. Yeah, even the deputy, like in her story, she tells about how the deputy said that happens in the wind all the time. It just it tends to tear along the seams, and then it just twists up in the wind, and it looks almost braided, but you know, anything confirmation bias. There's some confirmation. Oh, look, Bigfoot ties this shit in the knots or in the braids. This confirms it. We know they did it. It was her museum. Yeah. Seen the flag in person. And now that flag will be behind that pane of glass forever to feed people's delusions about Bigfoot. Oh, I believe Bigfoot's damn smart enough to freaking weave if they wanted to. But that flag was tore up in the wind and knotted up in the wind. Jen says, does the 5-second rule apply to your brains falling out, brush it off, put it back in? I don't know. I think you'd still get some brain damage out of that. She's really nice. Yeah. Cowboy, would you date her? Says Mr. Lee. Donald says, this is where Sci-Fi Sally got fingerprints on her car. Wouldn't doubt it if Duke did it. Oh, you talking about Christy Sci-Fi? Yeah. I might have a few things to say about her in a minute. I might have a few things to say because she spoke at this, you know, genuinely, yeah. And I wouldn't doubt it if Duke done it. That's the thing. He is so full of shit. Look, this guy is okay. We haven't got one body on the slab for Bigfoot, right? We haven't properly proven to the public anyway that they exist at all, that anything exists. But this guy will happily tell you about the Bigfoot, and then you got the different ones. You got the Gugwee, you got the Janoskwa, you got the mountain giants, and then you got some dogmen over here and shit like that. And it just goes on and on and on with this guy, and somehow he knows all the shit. And the other night, Christy Sci-Fi was even doing the same channel. Oh, well, yeah, but nobody's an expert, right? That's what they always say to kind of, it's a defensive move. They always say nobody's an expert, nobody's that, while they then try to tell you they know more than you. Therefore, they should be basically treated as an expert. But they always make sure to say, oh, nobody's an expert to try and, you know, it's a whole game they're playing. I'm getting sick of hearing that shit, basically, because that's a game they play. Because they said it. Now it makes it seem like they're the one being reasonable, but they're being far from reasonable. Duke and Christy Sci-Fi have both blocked me on YouTube a long time ago. Why? You're showing your cards. You're showing that you're full of shit. You cannot withstand scrutiny. People that aren't full of shit don't need to block you. They're just like, let the chips fall where they may, right? Because, you know, I'm not making shit up. I'm not trying to push some bullshit narrative. But you're talking about this. Christy Sci-Fi says they follow her. See, she's special. She's privileged. She's above us. She's a psychic. She's all this fucking claims. No goddamn proof whatsoever, and then wants to tell people, oh, you need to shut your pie hole. That's what she said the other night. Here. Right the fuck here. Let's we'll hear it in her own goddamn words. Kind of bunch of bullshit, I think. Bunch of bullshit. Freaking. Yeah, there she was. She said it the other night. Right there. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and
get on here and say stuff that you don't know. You need to shut your pie hole.
Yeah, whatever. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys like her. She seems sweet and nice and blah, but she is blowing all kinds of smoke up your ass. So, Mr. Lee, you got to trust the Lockbeard, okay? When I'm telling you, you got these bullshit artists over here, and she, again, when they block us, because you're experiencing this now with some of these channels where, you know, you lost your wrench, you got blocked over on Texas channel, I think it was. You know, you're starting to experience this where the bullshit artists, they cannot tolerate challenge. You know, if you're not full of shit, you'll take challenge because you know that you are on the side of truth. The bullshit artists will block you. They show their hands when they start blocking you. Duke and Christy Sci-Fi have both blocked me again because they're full of shit. But yeah, Donald's saying fingerprints on the car. Wouldn't doubt if Duke did it. Guaranteed. He's got a narrative to uphold. He's balls deep on this shit. He's got to keep doubling down, or he's going to have to one day admit that he made a whole lot of shit up. This is part of the reason why this will be fun, because if we start finding ways to adequately prove that certain things are out there and find that other things can't be observed, we can at least show people, say, look, you know, we can observe Sasquatch on a regular basis repeatedly. We can teach people how to do it, the techniques required, the technology required, and we see Sasquatch just fine now, but we're not seeing any of this other bullshit. Janosqua, mountain giants, Dogman. We're not seeing this other shit. Unfortunately, they won't shut them down entirely, because then they'll say, oh, well, see, they got special powers, right? They can jump into portals and shit like this. You know, Duke will say they cloak, you know, all this bullshit. Anything they can to make it seem like there's some reason why you can't get to it. You know, I got to give Kerry credit when he was interviewing Dr. Matt Johnson. And he was like, say, hey, well, could I come out there and see this portal? Because Matt Johnson was like, well, you know, there's a portal there. I've learned how to operate it. I saved the Sasquatch alien people, the last of them on their planet, and I helped them get here by operating their portal. Somehow they needed a human to do it. I don't know why. And of course, Matt, what he started doing, he started saying, well, you know, if you get out there and your mind ain't right or something, or you don't believe it, then you're not going to see it. So basically, if I'm not as delusional as you are, I'm not going to see the bullshit that you're saying right now, because you're goddamn delusional, Mr. Johnson. You are. Sorry if it was an injury that led to that, you know, if you got brain damage, but you're still full of shit. We gotta just address that. Ribeye. Yeah, ribeye. Rex says if Bigfoot keeps tearing up flags, we'll have to take his phone. Yeah. Jen says that goes without saying, Mr. Lee. About the ribeye. Just as I still don't expect people to believe me. It's okay if they don't. Yeah, but your story is believable. You know, it's believable that there is a race of people in the woods. They're just a little bigger than us and hairy, and they need to hunt like we do. So it's legit. Sounds legit. Glenn says Rick's hands, yes, send him to his room. Angel says to Joe, you have not tried to say Rasta called you on the phone. Yeah, he hasn't said that. Rasta hasn't mind spoke with him, jumped through a portal, cloaked, and whatever other kind of bullshit people have come up with out there. Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is not coming over, Mr. Lee. He is busy. He is busy. He's got a new movie out. Everyone's on the horn. Can't even text. Did you pay his phone bill? Mr. Lee says, Mr. Pat and Mr. Vaughn did not talk the other night. Awkward. Yeah, that was an awkward situation. Oh, and by the way, guess what other bullshit artist has a connection with? Because Christy Sci-Fi, had her Bigfoot group, or like a researcher group, or whatever they called it. I can't remember what the name. Anyway, Patrick Vaughn was part of that. He was their tracker, right? Third generation tracker. Isn't it interesting that Patrick Vaughn is also blocking a lot of people, including myself? I barely said anything. I have barely said anything by the time he blocked me. Why did he block me? He was showing his hand. He was full of shit. He cannot withstand scrutiny. That's why he was misusing his wrench and shutting people down in chat when he really needed to leave them the hell alone. And now he's blocking people like myself on YouTube because he cannot withstand the scrutiny. And he thinks he's somehow high. Like, it ain't like other people don't see me still. Other people still see me. And it ain't like I can't still see him if I want to. I can jump on one of my other channels and I'll still see everything him and Christy and Duke say. Y'all ain't hiding from me. You're just not lucky enough that I give a shit about paying attention to what you say most of the time because you're full of shit. LAB never says hello to you. Well, all I can tell you, Mr. Lee, is look, I am trying to head towards the truth, the logical process of figuring out what these things are exactly. I'm not interested in all these bullshit, and all these people are selling a book, and they need to just keep up some crazy narrative because a lot of people love that particular fantasy about Bigfoots. Dude, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You just... Joe says, I don't know, Jen, it's expensive to get unlimited data for a Sasquatch package. I get a sense about people, too. It's usually spot on, says Tall Ones there. Haven't priced the data yet, but I guess so. There's the Bat Mom. Don't want to say who, though. Who do you have a sense about, Mr. Lee? Got held up at the airport. People use friendships to further the hoaxing. Yeah. Waiting for the spaceship. Batman says, has anyone ever taken sheets out of the dryer and they're twisted to shit? Yeah. Now you can tell. Yeah. Yeah. You just gotta... all you can do right now really is because we don't know squat. Truly. We really don't know much. But what is an unbelievable story? What is not logical? We found no animal on this planet, for example, that can cloak. I mean, you got, cuttlefish and chameleons and stuff like that can change colors and stuff and blend in, but they're not cloaking like the damn predator. And when you got some yahoo saying it cloaked like a predator, either there's probably three options. They're lying, they're crazy, or they're just horribly mistaken. And can't admit that they were mistaken. That the horsehair that had been tangled by briars. Yeah. isn't a good source for anything Bigfoot is full of it. It's all for clicks. Yeah. And it sucks because he says some things that are perfectly make sense, but then he's got all this other bullshit that just messes it all up. Yep, they follow her, sure. Mr. Lee says I'm blocked from 3 channels now. I think it's because you're my second favorite show, Lockbeard. Well, if they're holding it against you that you are in my chat, that just shows you how fucking petty they are. Because I don't got any of them blocked. But none of them blocked. Carrie and Christy and LIB and Tex, all these yahoos, Daniela, everybody's got me blocked. I don't got them blocked. They can come in the chat and spout off if they want. Now, see if I give a shit what they have to say, but I feel like I need to put boots on because the shit was getting deep. That's because you're learning not to believe everything you hear, Mr. Lee. Troy is here. Which says you are marked now, Mr. Lee. What did you do? Jay's here. Welcome. Kind of like my pie hole for pie. Up here, I blocked you, but you somehow keep coming through. No, you didn't block me. Come on. Did you see the Bigfoot in my latest video? I don't know who you're talking to. If you're talking to me, I don't think I've seen your latest one. It looks like, well, I don't know. I think you're talking to me. Tallman says Duke blocked me because of the Igor phone call, and that Igor is a fake doctor. I'm trying. I might skip some stuff here because I'm way behind in chat. Should have made the only thing missing was the red pen. Yeah, see, I think you're talking to Daily Dan, Cowboy, but the tall ones, it's a weird thing to navigate when people who are full of it are friends with a lot of people. Makes things weird. Yeah, it does. It's just gonna, but what are we gonna do? I mean, we can't just play nice with everybody and let them keep doing their bullshit. And I get it. A lot of people are walking a pretty fine line trying to, be neutral as they can, even though they know this person over here is full of shit. And I figure one of our channels is going to have to be someone who just unapologetically fucking smacks the shit out of some bullshit. So, and I'm perfectly happy to do that because I fucking hate the whole planet anyway. So it's easy. He was up on stage at the Nebraska Bigfoot conference last year talking to Bigfoot on a cell phone. Can we serve without evidence? Can we dismiss without evidence? Yeah. Unfortunately, it never that never quite sets in with some people. Really. Igor from Russia, very knowledgeable in Sasquatch field. Mr. Lee, I'm not so sure about that anymore. If he's talking to Sasquatch on a cell phone, I'm starting to think he's full of shit about everything. It taints everything he's ever said. They were talking about people who start shit. Well, stop bullshitting people, Daniela. If you're bullshitting people, the shit started there, right? Don't bullshit people. Just tell the goddamn truth. But, I didn't leave them out there, but I forgot my voice recorder. Yeah, Patrick is playing everyone, yeah. But there's another talking Bigfoot. You thought it was another talking Bigfoot. You heard the sound like they're... Somebody's on the other end of that phone just making a bunch of bullshit sounds. Need to be shown proof, but then when I do, I cut ties. Nikki, that's pot calling kettle black, not talking about Lee. Yeah. Tall one says, I've been trying to get Patrick to prove his would knock hypothesis. He won't. Says a lot right there. Yeah, because he can't. You know, now, I don't know. I don't know if maybe, you know, a bunch of people who's got the time to waste on this bullshit. Like, you know, okay, what exactly you're supposed to do? Because I don't remember what he said exactly. I know he said it somewhere. What exactly are you supposed to do? Go out there, do it, see what happens. Nothing happens, you know, have it filmed. So look, nothing happened. It's bullshit. You know, you kind of got to be able to show results, repeatable results. So, thank you, cowboy. There isn't a fish or some sea creature that can cloak like a predator. I thought I saw something like that. No, nothing like the predator on the movie. No, none of that bending light around them thing. There's things that can change their color to almost perfectly match the background behind them, but that's not the same. That's not what that is. There's some fish that are like so crystal clear you can see through them, but that's not cloaking like the Predator movies. By the whole, yeah, he was. He blocked from over 50 channels. Wouldn't you, Mr. 3PO? Daniel, I like Carrie has become a big head, though. I'm telling you, man. That's the bullshit Odyssey channel. You know, I don't want to go into it too much. Bad boy. Well, thank you, cowboy. Shout out to you, too. Upset, too. Why is Sasquatch going to talk on a cell phone? Yeah, it was just ridiculous. And so yeah, that conference happened again this year, and Duke was there, Christy Sci-Fi was there, Mark. I don't know. I haven't seen any video that Ron Moorhead, like he was supposed to be there, but I haven't seen any video with him speaking. So I don't know if that just means nobody's posted it, or if maybe he cut out on him or something. Why didn't he do a Zoom call? Yeah. Don't mind starting shit, but I don't take no shit. Yeah. Well, I'm sick of people lying, you know, because people are end up just getting sucked into some bullshit, and then they buy somebody's books, and then they buy somebody else's books. And so you got liars making money off of people's wishful thinking and fantasy fulfillment. Jay says, folks, we can't find CVB. Does anyone have her address? Mogs and I have called her numerous times. No answer. It's been over 24 hours. She was depressed yesterday. Huh. I have no idea how to contact Stevie B. Hope she's okay. Joe says, I have to go, guys. Date night. Wife is calling from the other room. I'd rather wrestle 10 Sasquatch and piss her off. Have a good night, all. Don't sweat the petty stuff. And he says, well, you know the rest. Don't pet the sweaty stuff. See you later, Joe. Thanks for coming, man. Yeah, seriously. Welcome, Pat. Have a good night, Joe. Tallman says, we shouldn't have to go prove his hypothesis. He should do that first, especially with an 80% success rate. Yeah. And he's got Iron Dogger dragged into this. Of course, you know, you guys I've said before, I'm a little peeved with Iron Dogger. I feel like she jumped. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly. Look, I don't know all the facts here. I really don't. All I know is I saw that she got a start on Moog's channel, and then she bailed on Moog's to go over to the hidden exaggeration bullshit Odyssey side of things, which, you know, I think I've made it clear how I feel about them. And I'm like, Iron Dogger, look, again, I don't know what all the deal is, but, you know, what happened to dance with the one who brung you? Why are you jumping over to that side? You know, I just feel like there's more to know about the situation, though. So I'm trying not to be too much of a prick about all that, but still, it feels wrong. Batman says maybe that was Disney movie. What the hell? Need her address for a welfare check. Yeah, I don't know anybody to contact her, Jay. I hope she's okay. How do you calculate 80%? I don't think he calculated shit. I think he just made it up and stated 80. Hey, Timmy boy, what you doing, man? Welcome to. I think we just picked the number and the sound. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Timmy. I was just talking a little bit because they had well, what kind of? I mean, it was never things that. Okay, it was about 6 weeks ago. The Nebraska Bigfoot conference happened, and bullshit artists like Ron Moorhead, Duke Sullivan, and Christy Sci-Fi were speakers at this thing. And, you know, of course, the other night, Christy made a little comment about shutting our pie holes about people like myself. Well, the worst thing you can do to me if you don't want me talking about you is to tell me to shut my pie hole. You can see how that works out. And I like to do it on purpose to show people, say, look, don't engage if you don't want to, you know, because I will engage, and you know, and that way people might think in the future is like, look, if we start talking, he's going to come back, and I will. I'll come back. But welcome to the chat, Timmy.
Level out, come on.
Let's see. Donald says, I questioned Patrick Vaughn on his knock theory. He told me to watch Tron's video from Alaska. Tron's? The video wasn't published. The video where she went out the next day and has zero evidence of their presence. She's talking about Iron Dogger. I assume not Tron's. Yeah. Grasshopper, welcome. Late but not forgotten. Was working on my Jeep. Cinder Pepper says, hey there, Timmy boy. Mr. Lee says, I'm very upset with Tex. Now I reckon he's lying about the dog man. Come on, Mr. Lee, you got to start trusting, you know, some of us. You don't have to trust me. I mean, all I know is, look, you didn't know, you know, you didn't. All I'm saying, this stuff is just coming back. It's coming back on you, right? Because, you know, you thought Bullshit Odyssey and Hidden Existence and Texas Show and all these people who I've been telling you is bullshit all along, LIB, you know, and it's over time, it's starting to hit. So, like, keep a log of this. Okay, Lockbeard said this person is full of shit and not to be trusted. And just keep a log of it. Say, okay, this one came true, this one came true, this one came true. They're all going to come true. Maybe not all of them, because I probably only got an 80% success rate. 80% of the time, it works every time. Yeah, really. I hope she's okay. Yeah, me too. Me as well. That mom been over 24 hours, no contact. Yeah, somebody better find her. It now be time for the psychics to do their stuff. I I hate to go there, but seriously, a lot of people are suffering in the world every day, and these psychics say that they have all this ability, and then somehow not one of them in the whole damn world can prevent something like, you know, the incident at the school in Texas, right? Nobody saw that coming. I mean, seriously, I don't want to go off on psychics tonight, but fuck. She left Boggs. Well, that's just her side. The other Dan's cool stuff she did, but mom, you can put what Iron Dogger felt by being disrespected. You can't fault her for feeling that way. What's the other side, though? I want to hear the other side of the story. Donald Flores, didn't it have to do with talking about snowmobiles with Jeff Harding? Can't shut me up either. Cup of Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee says, Dan, yes. Tim Boy says, it's Tex, of course he lied. He had that Cat Hansen on with no push on all the hoaxing she's done. Yeah. Don't forget Pat and Joe, and come on now, Mr. Lee. Randy, welcome. If she's here, I was thinking I missed her, but I guess not. Cowboy, no BS. Yep, Cowboy. Yeah, what about Pat, Mr. Lee? You weren't. I didn't see you over at Pat's show last night, Mr. Lee. Howdy, Lockbeard. Hey, Ada Bustamante, welcome. I always ask one question when I engage a psychic. Give me tomorrow's lottery numbers. So far, I'm not a millionaire, so I call bullshit. Yeah. You know, and hey, I'll be first to give them some kind of leeway saying, look, you know, psychic ability is something that's not really supposed to be part of the program, but sometimes people are able to peep into frequencies they're not supposed to, and you can't see it. It's not like you see it crystal clear, so you could fuck it up. But still, those people out here bragging about their bullshit, they produce something. I know what. I just grabbed an object. I'm setting it on an envelope over here. Piece of mail. It's sitting on the mail there. Tell me what the fuck it is. What is it? Come on, you psychics. Produce. Mr. Pat, I like your new haircut, says Mr. Lee. Angel says hi to Ida. Someone says, I have no clue, but I'm saying that everyone deserves to feel a certain way. Iron Dogger can't be made to be a bad person for her feelings. Maybe, maybe not. I'm just, I don't see, like I said, I feel like there's more for me to know about the situation before I get to. All I know is I don't see how there could be such a big problem that she felt like she had to leave Moog's, and how convenient that there was a place for her to go. Like, at what point did the invitation to come over there happen? You know what I mean? It's like she didn't just leave Moog's show and then she just, she went somewhere. So that somewhere was waiting. Why? Kind of suspicious. Timboy says, I lie, so keep me out of it. Well, don't lie, Timmy. You were at Hiveless channel. I feel betrayed. But welcome, Judy. Our dogger's good people, says Uncle Bones. Hello, Magnet. No, no, Mr. Lee, it's not a magnet. Daily Dan says a dildo. I almost want to say yes, just because it'd be funny, but no, it's not a dildo. Sorry. I keep those in the back. Ida says, how are you? Ida, how are you? Says Timmy. Bet it's not a razor. Yeah, keep eliminating. You'll eventually get there, maybe. I don't know. Coffee cup? No. Doing well. Donald says, I'm still waiting for that remote view of my experiences from the one that views fictional stories. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, I try to be fair. Like, I think there's very much room for psychic ability to exist, but you know, produce something for us on one of these shows where we're asking, we're like, look, you know, show us something, you know, that isn't cold reading. You know, because you've seen all that shit, like the John Edwards show, where he keeps asking, "Oh, it's this person isn't the man. There's a man around you?" Blah, blah. Well, of course, there's a man around you. Half your damn family and friends, and every human on Earth is a man, roughly. Fucking John Edwards. David Ann says, "I'm using my psychic ability. It is a long." I assume you mean braid of hair, not bread. No, Daily Dan, it's not. No, it's not. Grasshopper says, why would Bigfooters be any different dealing with each other than any other set of people anywhere? Exactly. There has to be fight. There has to be a battle, you know, because there's always going to, you know, especially in this space, because there's going to be people trying to take advantage of those who want to believe certain things. They're taking advantage. You know, that's, you know, that sucks. You know, that's part of what my irritation about it is. There's people here, they don't know what the hell the deal is. You know, they might wander over to a channel like Sasquatch Chronicles thinking, oh, this seems cool, this seems legit, and they're not. They have no awareness about the hoax. You know. And so, you know, how do these people that are new to the subject get alerted to the old bullshit? You know. So we got to keep like hammering at it so that maybe some of them get saved from the bullshit vortex of doom. Nope, not a wallet. Flashlight, car keys. You guys keep guessing somebody's gonna get a cell phone. Nope, and nope. Mr. Lee says, I try to be a man every day. It's tough out there. Brent, awesome live today, says Judy. Says thanks. Donald says, Tim Boy, getting my dose of reality after hearing Sci-Fi Sally's BS the other night. Oh, you want to hear some more BS? You ought to watch, because over on Duke's channel, he's got her talk over at the Nebraska conference. If you want to see some bullshit. And Duke's, by the way. The Bigfoot world is its own thing for many reasons, but very similar to the flat Earth community, unfortunately. And humans are supposed to fight. Like, if humans stop fighting entirely, we're sick. We're ill. We're supposed to fight. If we don't fight, we don't weed out the weak and stupid and improve our genetics and improve our culture over time and improve individuals as far as their own individual development. People must have conflict. Without conflict, they become weak, stupid, and they die. And extinction follows. There must always be conflict. That's why deer are out there growing antlers and running their heads into each other, and 1,000 other different types of animals are doing the same damn thing. Everything is a competition. Without competition, you have no evolution, you have no improvement. Everything gets stagnant and dies. It's how our biological systems work. It's how cultural and religious ideals, ideas work. They must develop. They must compete. She says, once you know what you know, just keep moving forward the best you can. Michael Haywood, welcome. Welcome to the chat. Can you come on LOCKBEARD Show and explain what? What'd he say? Its own world for many reasons. He's similar. Oh, about the flat Earth. He can if he wants. How long have we been on? Hour. He says he cannot tonight, Mr. Lee. I'm trying to catch up with this chat again. I was caught up for a second there. Daily Ann says, wait, didn't Hitler say the same thing? Which same thing? Did I just say something that sounded like Hitler? Watch behind the curve and you will see what I mean. Yeah. It's nutsoid out there. It's hard to ever get a good look at Duke. He's always sitting behind a big microphone, and all you see is his head sticking up, But at the conference, you were able to get a little better look at him. Right. There's Duke. Boom. You seen behind the curve, Mr. Lee? So, anyway, where was I on this damn conference bullshit? I don't know why this thing is not working the same, but fine. Mr. Lee says, Duke, I like, but unfortunately I'm banned. I always watch his shows, though. Why, Mr. Lee? He is full of shit. He's absolutely full of shit. The guy's got a great voice, but it's all BS that comes out, says Donald Fuller. Yep. So, yeah, I mean, if Christie Sci-Fi was any kind of intelligence, she wanted to hide the fact that she was full of shit herself, she wouldn't align herself with Duke and proudly stated, But I'm sorry for those people that like her. I'm just full of shit. Bigfoot's not following you around. You're not that important. You're not that special. You're not that fucking privileged. So what we got here? We got the Nebraska Bigfoot Conference schedule here. See over here on the right, Ron Moorhead was talking about the Sierra sounds. Squatch says, who's Duke? Squatch Hawk. You know who Duke is. World Bigfoot Radio. Daily Diamond says good stuff. That's why I said no when I was asked on that show. Donald, I'm not convinced it's BS though. I've seen weird shit. I cannot tell, man. Well, like what weird shit though? Have you seen Bigfoot's cloaking? Have you seen Bigfoot's at all? Because I don't think you've seen. I don't recall you ever saying you saw a Bigfoot. Hear the story. Yeah, Mr. Lee, jump on Moog's show and tell your Bigfoot story if you got one. As far as I know, Mr. Lee's got like UFOs and stuff. Oops. World Bigfoot Radio. Yeah. Anyway, so it'll Ron Moorhead. So, you know, what's important here with this guy, I mean, he's an author. He's selling books. And then this here, I was like, what the hell is this bullshit? To date, he comes closer than any other researcher to having a complete body of evidence. Who wrote this? Who a complete body of evidence? We don't even have one body, and he's somehow being touted as having a complete body of evidence here. This is the same conference that had Igor talking to Sasquatch on a cell phone. Why is this even a thing anymore? This should have just collapsed. Everyone should have said, okay, this is bullshit. I'm getting out. But people were still there. That picture in the thumbnail was from this year, this guy, these people talking here. How's it even still a fucking thing? Got Duke. There's old Duke. There's a close up of his face. Look at that mug. Been doing cryptid research since '77. His first encounter was in '72. Minnesota. Doing local research in Minnesota. All right, what do you mean by research? Are you out there camping, beating on trees and calling it research? What are you talking about when you say research? A lot of people use this word research, and I don't think they know the first thing about what research would actually be. Here it again, using the same word. Duke is the first researcher to bring the possible existence of cryptids known as mountain giants and gugwe to the public's attention for the first time. With zero fucking evidence whatsoever. I mean, I haven't seen any. Has he got anything that could possibly remotely? I mean, is there anything? Anyway, here we got ourselves a psychic, a veteran What exactly does that mean? A veteran paranormal investigator, 40 years experience. Assistant State Director of the Missouri MUFON. I mean, are these credentials here? What am I seeing here? Over 1,200 paranormal and UFO investigations of her own. Again, what are we calling an investigation exactly? She walk in and try to talk to a ghost. I mean, what's the standards we're trying to live up to here? Self-taught psychic medium, remote viewer. Yeah, can you remote view some stuff? Can you actually demonstrate this for us right now? Because every time someone tries to do it that I've seen, like in real time, they kind of fail. Anyway, she's got way too much crap going on here. Alan McGargle. I don't even know anything about this guy, but this is probably why he's interested in the subject. Filmmaker. So if you're making films, trying to make money. Again, Bigfoot researcher in there, paranormal investigator. What does that even fucking mean? It sounds impressive. Seriously. Jason Frank. Boy, look at that mug. So, you know, small town monsters, coast to coast, whatever. Ron Meyer, he owns a film production company. So he's selling something. Directed films. Author of 2 novels. Robin McCrae. Let's get down to David Eller. Oh, here's another one of those words. A cryptozoologist. Now, is there any legit? This subject isn't even legit. You're talking about being a zoologist of shit that hasn't been proven to exist. There's nothing legit about this fucking word. Pat McRae, who's married to the lady above. Oh, what we got here? Who we got here? Southern gal born in the boots on the ground. She's a boots on the ground woman. I hate it when they do that. Oh, you got boots on the ground. Well, all that fucking means is you're walking around in the woods. I've walked around in the fucking woods a lot too. Probably more than you guys. Used to, you couldn't keep me out of the woods. She is a knower and a believer. Well, which the fuck is it? And I'm starting to hate that word too. I'm a knower. Stop. Just stop. Please, just stop with the knower thing. It's starting to get kind of Sasquatch. She calls them whatever that is to Sal Kalu since she was 4 years old by watching The Legend of Boggy Creek. Now that's what happens there. People watch these movies. I've never seen that. Never seen it. My understanding is it's some kind of horror movie. I don't like horror movies. They're fucking stupid. I don't get scared of a fucking movie. And if the movie is completely based on its entertainment value is completely dependent on it being able to scare you, well, it's going to fail to entertain me because it can't scare me. And therefore, it's a piece of shit. So I haven't watched it. Don't give a fuck about it. I'm interested in facts about this subject, not some fucking stupid movie. But people watch stupid movies and then they try to make reality fit what they want their fantasy is. They like the movie. Like after The Matrix came out, whole bunch of people all over the goddamn internet trying to manipulate the narrative of reality to fit the idea that we actually do live in the Matrix, so that they can live, so that they can believe that their fantasy world was real. She's on the team Bigfoot Explorer, which I think that's the one Patrick Vaughn was involved in, and used her clairvoyant feelings to feel the woods upon entering. So she's got psychic power now, and she wants you to believe she's special. She's got all this ability. The Bigfoot follow her. It's all a big goddamn scam. Until she can prove anything. I'll stop harping on her. She's the one who told everybody to shut their pie hole the other day. Well, that's the wrong thing to say. So, whatever. Cryptozoologist. You got a cryptozoology degree from some kind of mail order catalog somewhere? You never seen Sasquatch? But you've seen a lot of wild crap, though. I've seen creatures on 2 different occasions, says Dayland. Pat says, screw the bullshitters. They will never produce a Bigfoot or any compelling evidence. That day is coming without them. Yeah. See, that's why, I think we need to not only we need to embrace the fact that there fuck this unity of the cryptid community shit. There will never be any unity, because there will always be the bullshit side of things, and then those of us on the side who want actual facts, actual evidence, real science, not all this bullshit. So we can't go to conferences. I mean, you can if you want, but it's full of bullshit. You know, why would you want to go? I don't want to go to the I mean, I see the shit. You know, you got these two people I've been griping about on tonight, you know, that were speakers at the Nebraska conference. They're full of shit. I don't want to see them talk. Why would I want to pay $20 a night or $50 for the whole weekend to go watch them spout a bunch of bullshit and lie to me? So, you know, this is why, like a long time ago, I put on here, I was talking about this Bigfoot high, or the cryptid high council, or whatever I called it, you know, where, you know, we need to like kind of vet a group of people that vets, you know, encounter stories and evidence, and try to sort out what, like, we need our own organization, because we can't rely on anyone else, really. You know, we can't rely on a BFRO. They're full of shit half the time. You know, they seem to have their certain story they're trying to stick to. You know, you got here, if people keep saying their encounters are being not put on the website, or they're being altered, and just for different stuff with them. I just don't feel like I can trust them. So we need our own conferences. We need we're our own deal over here, and we need some way to specifically designate, like so people know when they're out there and all the bullshit, and then when they're somewhere where it's authenticated, you know, like you know, some kind of emblem, some kind of organization name, you know, so people could say, okay, look, this YouTube channel claims to be approved by the organization, whatever we called it. They could actually go to the organization website and say, okay, this is the list of organizations and groups and YouTube channels that we have vetted and feel like they are keeping things legit. And if they're not on that list, then they're lying. And then, you know, we can go and say, hey, you need to take that off your channel. You got copyright. But sounds like a bunch of bullshit that I don't necessarily want to have to fucking deal with myself. But, you know, somehow we need to find a way to differentiate between the legit and the bullshit. How do you become a banished one? Mr. Lee says, Nikki says Sierra sounds fake, so when people say they hear the same thing, are they lying too, or what? And in some cases, yes. Absolutely. And maybe all of them. Because if the Sierra sounds are fake, and those were not recorded in the woods from anything that is actually out there, then if you're hearing something in the woods, somebody's either blaring at or imitating that, or you're faking it yourself. You know what I mean? It's like, why haven't I ever heard that shit in the woods? I've heard all kinds of crazy sounds in the woods, and sometimes I don't necessarily know what it is, but I've never felt compelled to say, well, that's Sasquatch. I try to make the best educated guess. So like, well, that's probably some kind of owl. That's probably some kind of bird, other type of bird, or a frog, or, you know, there's a lot of things out there making funny sounds that some people aren't familiar with. Definitely a face for radio. Yes, they are lying, Mr. Lee, says Nikki. Theme Boy says it's not Christy's fault. She's easily manipulated. Watch how Patrick leads her when they were on Bigfoot Explorer it's one of the first things that made me look at Patrick Vaughn's bullshit. Yeah, well, it's kind of like Gary Johnson. People want me to feel sorry for Gary Johnson. You guys can do that. Fuck that. Gary Johnson needs to stop repeating the same goddamn bullshit. Every guy, like last night, I don't remember. Was he at Pat's? He was at somebody's. Maybe it's Mozart. I don't remember. He was somewhere and he was saying the same shit again. He's not talking to anybody in particular. He's just writing it in the chat. And he said, well, this is how I work through my PTSD. So that's you're just trying to make me out to be the asshole in the situation. You've said it over and over and over again in chat after chat after chat. The same thing over and over again. At what point? And then he calls me the troll for giving him shit about it. I'm like, look, trolls are people. One of the things that trolls do is they come in your chat and repeat the same shit over and over again. That's literally what you're doing, Gary Johnson. You're repeating the same bullshit over and over again. Stop it. I don't want to troll you, Gary. I don't want to be an asshole to you. I'm just saying, you are literally doing troll stuff. Heard Duke on Fade to Black with Jimmy Church. Actually, I watched a little bit of that. I might still have the tab up somewhere. Maybe not. Yeah, I think I closed it. I watched a little bit of it. I can only stomach so much of his bullshit, man. He does say some shit that's sensible, but then the bullshit starts happening. Bit weird, but why? Any of them in mind too. Why can't it be duplicated? I don't understand these people, says Mr. Lee. Because there's liars and hucksters out there, man. Icon says, and welcome, by the way, Icon. Psychic. Did I hear psychic? Did a psychic win the lottery again? I missed it. Has a psychic ever won the lottery? W2F for though. Oh, Mr. Lee. Grasshopper says, I don't understand myself, let alone others. Hey, Timmy. Judy says, Mr. Lee, don't get disillusioned. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you got to be on guard for the bullshit. Like, again, if someone's, like, I think, use certain things as red flag. I think you're pretty solid. You're pretty safe. If someone starts saying, they mind spoke to me, they cloaked, they passed out of a portal or something, any of that wild shit that's way outside any kind of normal shit that we experience in our reality, you probably just need to not give any more time to that person's bullshit. Sorry, but what sounds more legit? You want to look for stories like Joe, Satch, or Jay Fritz. Both of them stumbled across nothing more than a big, hairy, human-looking thing that was trying to hunt something. That's it. There's no magic. Damn thing didn't pull out a Harry Potter magic wand, and it didn't mind speak to you. It didn't jump through a portal. It didn't cloak. None of the crazy bullshit. You hear any of that shit? Just forget that person's. Don't listen. You know, it may sound cool, but if you actually want to try and get the truth, you need to kind of filter out the bullshit. And those, so far, look like bullshit. They can't show me the actual existence of portals outside of Bigfoot. Forget Bigfoot. Do portals actually exist? Has anyone proven portals exist at all? And no, they haven't. Cloaking, predator-like cloaking. The military might be developing some technology that kind of does that. No animal on the planet has ever been discovered to be able to do that. So throw that out the window. Mind speak again. I challenge anyone out there who claims to be psychic to mind speak to me right now. Prove it to me right now. Mind speak to me right now. I'm not hearing anything. Anything? Bullshit. See, it's bullshit. Only the normal voices are in there. So I'm just kidding. There's no mind speak. I've seen no evidence of mind speak. Now, I'm sorry. I know some of you believe in mind speak, but be open to the possibility that that's just something rattling around in your head. That you're mistaken, that it wasn't actually mind speak. It's just coming from you. Don't let your egos or your don't let that prevent you from admitting that you could possibly have been fooled by the situation, and you just didn't realize that that was just something rattling around in your own mind. You know, like I don't know. There's just different things where people said, "Well, it's this is psychic." Well, there's possibly a perfectly logical explanation for what you experienced, and it's not really psychic. Not really. Eric the Purple Hobbit, welcome. Robin McCrae is real deal, I know for a fact. How do you know? How do you know? I mean, she could be, you know. But there's a lot of bullshit going on at that conference. Mr. Lee says, Judy, I'm trying not to. Lockbeard, help beam me. Yeah, the reality is you got to separate a lot of bullshit out before you get to the shit that's more likely to be true. Mr. Lee, I live the skint life, no shame in that, mate. Eric says cryptozoology is an actual field of study. I don't recall seeing it on the list of degrees I could have got at my university, and I would say that if you're studying it is as like literature, like, you know, it's just stories. You're just studying stories. You're not studying an actual zoology, right? You're not studying an actual zoology. You can't study the biology of an animal that has not been found. Right? You gotta kind of have a body on the slab. So when you're talking cryptozoology, that's including all these, you know, Bigfoot, Dogman, rakes, all this, you know, fucking pterosaurs, all this stuff. Well, you can't really study a zoology of it. You're studying some kind of, I don't know what you'd call it, be some kind of literature, really. I'm not going to recognize someone that shows up and says, well, I have a doctor in cryptozoology. No, you fucking don't. You can't have a doctor in the zoology of anything unless you've actually studied the physical body of that creature and you actually know the biology of it, because zoology is the biology of animals. And so there's no cryptozoology. It's a bullshit term. It's a bullshit term. I'm not going to accept it. I'm sorry. I mean, I've studied actual zoology in college, and I can tell you, you actually have to examine the bodies of creatures and know the biochemistry and the anatomy. You actually got to study the animal. Well, crypto creatures are something that hasn't been proven to be real at all. So you can't have a zoology dealing with those creatures. You just can't. So that's why I think a lot of the general public doesn't realize just how laughable that term is to people who have actually, you know, studied zoology. And Yeah. So yeah, I don't accept it. I don't accept it. Sorry. Grasshopper says I'm going out for a smoke. That's cool. Bye. This guy is too toxic. Okay, man. If you say so. I just don't accept bullshit. I don't know what you want from me. You want me to accept bullshit? Cryptozoology is bullshit. There is no zoology of cryptos, of creatures that haven't been discovered. You can't have it. Wipe your feet at the door, people, and hit the like, says Timmy. Dan says, The Legend of Boggy Creek is not a stupid horror movie. It's a documentary on a cryptid creature. It's really good. It's really very good. Is it? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to watch it. How do I know the story was even true? Because, I mean, it's documenting a claimed story, but Mr. Lee says, but you know, Lockbeard, if you came to my neck of the woods, you would think you are living on another planet, though. Just saying. Yeah, it's a little weird over there. Patty Chor says, always wanted to go to a conference, but not if they have guests like this. Yeah. Can't ask for these days. Yeah. About his encounter? Maybe. But doesn't mean he's not wading through. He's balls deep in bullshit over there, okay? And I'm not sure whose balls is in whose mouth, but him and Zasky got some kind of thing going on with each other's balls. I'm still on the side of the turf. Has to count for something, says Icon. Patty Troy says, I don't know anymore, Mr. Lee. I believed him 100% before. Mr. Lee, did you get a chance to tour the ornate poop pumps yet? It's a platinum jubilee. Sorry, I just don't believe that anyone is lying. You don't believe anyone is lying? There are liars all over the place, Judy. All over the place. I proved to you that there was some of these lies that happened right here. You know, and other people are doing it too. There's liars all over the place. Queen's birthday. The MSM makes the funniest sound. That guy, whoever that guy is, welcome. Icon says, the Queen was crowned for 75 years. Shit, she's about old enough to have to save God. This is crazy wild topic to begin with. Yeah. The tall one says, it's funny that Wes Gummer gets a free pass when he was caught lying about his encounter. Supporting Sasquatch Chronicles is supporting Bigfoot hoaxing. Absolutely, 100% agree with that. Patty Troy says, Mr. Lee, do you think the picture that he used in his encounter video and the one he got from drawing Bigfoot look similar? To me, they didn't. B-Rec bag, need to grab more dead cow. You're the nicest person ever in chat I have been in, says Uncle Bones. I just tuned Gary out, says Tall Ones. Yeah. He says, I think everyone is trying hard to catch the evidence. Trying so hard to catch evidence. Mr. Lee says, I wish I had time to be a troll. I'd have so much fun, man. The Tall One says, Sasquatch Chronicles, or Patty says the Tall Ones, so it's too big for people to say anything bad about him. Well, I mean, it hasn't stopped us here. Hasn't stopped us here. I don't want to stop looking at that dude. Let's look at, do we want to look at this guy? Or let's just go ahead and look at this guy. Since we talked about him so much, we'll look at him. Isn't he purty? Paul says, people usually don't speak up against Sasquatch Chronicles, I guess you mean there. because they usually want to use him in his show to self promote. Yeah, yeah. I would never want. I wouldn't want to. I don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole because once you touch it, you might as well just start admitting you're full shit. The mind speak, is it psychotic or what, man? Possible. I mean, some people. I mean, some people could literally be schizo, you know, but other ones are lying. They're just straight up lying. Pay choice as well. You can't really go on to Sasquatch Chronicles and say, "I know you hoax, Wes, but here's my story." I wouldn't tell my story there at all. They don't deserve it. I mean, for one, my story isn't very good. Yeah, I don't know. I can't be sure what I saw or the thing that I felt also. Now, Mr. Lisa zapping stuff, I reckon that's real, though. I don't see any reason to believe that's real at this point. I'm trying. You trying? Trying what? Donald says, how could a creature that doesn't know our language mind speak with us? Well, you know, you've heard me talk. I think they're actually Homo sapiens. Specifically, the name that I have given them, Homo sapiens subspecies Salisbury-ensis, right? So, this means they're human. They're intelligent as us. They're hiding in the woods. They're watching us all the time. They could easily have learned our language, I think. I can't state that as an absolute fact, but, you know, based on their behavior and enough sightings that from people that seem legit, that don't tell crazy stories, and the morphology of them, the Patty film, if that's legit, all these things support that these things are Homo sapiens. Now, some anthropologists will, oh no, this has got to be some other. I'm like, no, you guys are wrong. You guys are wrong. You were wrong about Neanderthals being a separate species forever. And you're wrong about a bunch of other shit being separate species. They're not separate species. They're separate races, which means they could all interbreed with us. Heidelbergensis, Ergaster, all of them. Floresiensis, anyone? That would be the Hobbit ones. All of them, pretty much. Same species, different race. And because they found, like the Denisovans, they've found that there's some Denisovan DNA as well. And so in humans. So so I think that they could easily know English if they watch this close enough and are interested enough to learn. Mind speaking it is a whole different thing, though. Because that's some psychic bullshit that nobody's been able to prove to me yet. I'm still waiting for someone to mind speak to me. Anything. Call me an asshole. Call me an asshole in my head, please. Anybody. Psychics out there. You know, come on. So True Patty shows that like that shouldn't be supported, but it is. Now he's pushing fake evidence, claims totally destroy the subject. Mr. Lee says, maybe we can consider Sasquatch is of another world, though, coming and going. That's why we can't get him. Yeah, but do you have proof of anything else doing that in the world ever? Like, there's nothing. There's nothing jumping dimensions or, you know, other worlds outside the free. Because I've talked about this that there somewhere there may be, it may be within the realm of possibility to some extent. But that's just an exercise. That's just an intellectual exercise. Nothing like that has been proven to be. And I would think that for a reality like this to function correctly, everything needs to have proper interaction. You can't just have shit popping in and out all the time. Things get a little more squirrely. Frequencies, energy, shit. It's hard to explain all that. All I can tell you is without us going way into crazy town, right? Is Sasquatch looks like a type of human, and humans exist in this plane, this reality. There's no reason to think that Sasquatch doesn't exist just as we do. They're just really good at hiding from us. And the government seems to want to hide them from us too. So if the government wants to hide something, and that something also wants to hide itself, and it's smart enough to hide itself from humans because it is human, you're going to have a really hard time finding that fucking thing. And there's no portals required to make it that hard. It's just, I mean, shit. Messaging, tell me why. Brandy Sear, how can anyone be sure they don't know our language? Yeah, we can't really know for sure, but I think that there's no reason to think they couldn't learn. It's just the mind speak part of it. No one's proven me any mind speak right now. Donald apparently, and welcome, Brandy. Oh, by the way, Mr. Lee says Donald apparently Sasquatch speaks all languages. Well, you could also go off on the deal where, you know, the language of thought isn't even, it's not like spoken language, like it instantly translates, perhaps, but still, somebody prove some mind speak to me. I'm waiting for any kind of words pop in my head right now that I can't attribute to the normal crazy shit happening in here. You found her? Stevie B? She okay? Donald says Velvet Jones School, how to be a cryptozoologist. Yeah, right. Brain says this is the shit that cracks me up. Nobody is an expert. We can say anything as a fact, yet some people have no problem doing just that. Yeah. Well, that's the problem. That's the problem. Jay Fritz is she okay? Says Angel. The government is laughing at us. They know we don't. Yeah. Yeah, we can reasonably assume the government knows damn good and well out there. It would be like extremely fucked up if the government does not know they're there, is not capable of tracking them just fine, has collected a lot of them, dead or alive, has probably experimented on them, because that's what our government does, right? They used to experiment on black people. Now they got Sasquatch. Oh, yeah. Our government's fucking evil. I don't know if anybody noticed. Our government's been evil for a damn long time. Yeah, she's safe. Thank God, says Jay. Has anyone seen Cindy by any chance? All right, Mr. Lee. Jeez. Barbecuing. Experts in mythology. There you go. More of a literature kind of thing than anything. Yeah, and once an animal is discovered, it's no longer a cryptid. So it's like cryptozoology is like just this incredibly stupid word. I hate it. I hate cryptozoology, the word. I hate it. Tim Boy says Cindy, she said she was taking a few days off. It says Uncle Bones. Messenger. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, sadly, Judy, there are a lot of liars. Currently, most of them are in Washington, D.C. Ida says, Timmy Cindy Finn says she's taking a break from social media. Tallwin says, watch a doc called The Woman Who Wasn't There. She lied about being a survivor and bullied actual survivors. It shows you people that's pretty fucking evil. You know, like people will lie about anything. You know, they'll lie about anything to get a upper hand in some way. You know. I get asked a lot, am I a veteran? Because sometimes I wear camouflage pants, like actual fatigue. So I just like them. I like military. Well, there's some things I don't like about them, but they're better than jeans typically. Anyway, but so I get asked if I'm a veteran a lot, and I'm like, oh, well, no, I never served. It'd be so easy just to get discounts, but I wouldn't do that. That's stolen valor. That is not cool. Nope. And life has not been that much of a battle, I don't think. Timboy says, thanks everyone. I hadn't seen her in a minute. Yeah. I think Timmy must have missed. Jay, she doing okay, says Judy. Some of us are paying attention. Miss a lot. You can't hear me screaming, fuck you, Lockbeard. Are you screaming, fuck me? Fuck you want to do what to me? Wait. Hold on. I'm pretty sure I heard that. Wait a minute. All right. Must be bullshit. Them bugwees will get you. The gugwees? I don't know. Your mind thinking. I don't hear shit. Sorry, I don't hear any mind speak. Hey, if mind speak's real, I definitely would want to master that shit. But and it just because I can't hear any mind speak, I'm not gonna say that that's 100%. That's not proof of shit, right? It's not proof, that it don't exist. But there's no proof that it does, at least for me. And you can't prove a negative, all that bullshit. It's people that say, well, you can't prove it's not. Well, you can't prove a negative. That's ridiculous. To even ask to prove a negative is just absolutely ridiculous, and shows the person saying that it has no idea what actually constitutes proof. This is why we have flat earthers, by the way. Tamboy says, Lockbeard, been calling you an asshole for years in my head. Sure you have. Everyone but Lockbeard heard that, Brandy. Can't hear with a closed mind. Well, now you're starting to sound like Matt Johnson. Customer says, I don't want to hear what the rest of the world is thinking, especially nowadays. Mr. Lee says, but the cloaking Lockbeard, maybe it's real, man. I've seen some pretty weird shit. You would freak out, man. It might be real. Well, you can say it might be all day, but show me one example or some kind of proof, something. Jeff says, I just mind spoke crazy town, and then you said kapow. What? Well, that's not mind speak. That's possession. Welcome to the chat, Jeff. Benny says, let's define cloak. Hide, cover, disguise something. So yes, they can. Find a new word. Yeah, but these people are when they're saying cloaking, they're referring to what the Predator does in the Predator movies. That's what they're saying. That's what they're meaning. Or what the Romulans do with their ships. Bigfoot's got a cloaking device. That's what they're saying, So they're trying to say there's something more mystical and psychic going on. Even a frog speaks, says Mr. Hugh. Welcome, Mr. Hugh. Judy says, Brandy, it's that English language again. Yes, the speak. Michael Haywood says, Mr. Fuller, Velvet Jones was my role model. I have all his books. What the hell? He's a creepy looking fella. That's for sure. Donald says, Michael, you got How to Be a Hoe? You were thinking the same about Duke's face? Get rid of him. This ain't much of an improvement. He says, research the history of cryptozoology. Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, can you explain all 4 types of Sasquatch to me? I don't know that there are 4 types of Sasquatch. I can't say with 100% certainty that there are Sasquatch at all. For all I know, all the people, even the ones that seem the most credible, could be mistaken. What if what Jeff ran into in the woods was some big Russian dude in a fur coat, just so covered in crap and dirt and so rugged, so freaking backwoods and so freaking wild of a man that he seemed to be a Sasquatch. Beard coming out, long hair, dirty as fuck. This guy it could have been. I know a dude, he's 6'8", 400 something pounds. Massive beast of a man. A dude that big grabs a hold of you, you can't really do anything, when you're a normal size fella. And if he was unkempt and wearing a animal furs, someone could possibly mistake, when you're a kid and the adrenaline's to the roof and you're scared shitless, like the mind could twist things a little bit, and he could legitimately be mistaken. His story is one of the ones that sounds legit because it doesn't have any of the crazy shit in it, but it's just a big hairy dude in the woods. But maybe it's not a separate, maybe he didn't encounter a separate thing, but I don't know. I mean, all we can do is hear his account is and go with that. But I don't know that there's 4 types of Sasquatch. Nobody knows that. You want to hear that bullshit, you're going to have to go listen to fucking Duke, because he'll tell you. The phone died. It happens. Son of a bitch, how far behind am I? Nikki says, can you believe that there are people out there that don't have an inner monologue? I don't know what people mean by that, because I don't hear, like, I don't know. I don't hear voices. So I just don't hear voices. I'm out, guys. Y'all be good. See you later, Timmy. There's a Mogion monster. Oh, that reminds me. Where did I see that? I saw something that was just unacceptable. This is the speakers at the Nebraska Bigfoot Conference, and let's see, who was it? Somewhere in here. Let me bear with me. It was totally unacceptable bullshit. I tell you what. In fact, yeah, it was here. In fact, when they were introducing her, the announcer, said it Mongolian monster. Can you believe that shit? What the fuck? Not only should this conference not exist, they are an insult to the more legit side of the Bigfoot community by not even getting the goddamn name right. And what's up, Mogs? Mogion Monster. Mid-South, welcome. Danny says, oh my God, there, you solved the mystery. Bigfoot are Klingons. There you go. They might be Klingons. Fuck. Velvet Jones was a pimp character on Saturday Night Live, says Donald. Well, time to get ready and go out. All right, see you later, Nikki. Thanks for coming in. Let's see, with my bad knee, I won't be able to boy dance. Ask people in the bar about Bigfoot. Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, I have contemplated all types of scenarios, different to tell when people lie. I'm not sure entirely. You didn't do it? No, you didn't do it. They did it. They fucked up your name. How dare they? This is a Bigfoot conference. They should know what the Mogollon monster is, damn it. And she didn't correct him. Cut her off, man. Cut her off. She's a bullshit artist anyway. Well, it was a shout out, yeah. Be famous, man. Yeah. If you guys can sit through, like, look, I've been railing on Duke and Chrissy Sci-Fi as BS artists tonight for those people who just got here. So you may not want to go back and watch the rest of this shit. You maybe don't want to hear it. But as far as I know, the only place that I've seen where there's video from the Nebraska Bigfoot Conference this year is on World Bigfoot Radio channel. So if you want to go see, so that's where I saw the clip with her segment in there, where the guy that was introducing her did not pronounce Mogollon monster correctly. So if you guys want to see that for yourself and see all the crap that she said, whatever. I guess it was you. What? If it is real? Oh shit! What? Mr. Lee says, Mogs, you aren't real. Figment of your stoned imagination, Mr. Lee. Tall one says, haha. Jay's getting his milkshake on. Oh, that's another one. The zapped thing. Like, what the hell are people talking about zapped? You know, like there's too much of this being treated as if it's real. You know, maybe you just got out there and your blood sugar hit a low. I've had that happen. My blood sugar tanks on me, and hell, I could explain it. I could say, you know, I felt like I got zapped. Something just took all the energy out of me. Well, I know what the fuck it is. I'm out in the sun. I'm hot. I'm tired, and my blood sugar just tanked. So I'm not buying the zap thing at this point either. Till someone shows actual evidence. You know, structures, that whole shit. Not buying that one either. Give me 1, 2, Jay. Mogs wants to get his milkshake on too. Brandon says, Jay, does your milkshake bring all the girls to the yard? Knew that was coming. Troy says, did you poop your pants? Poop my pants. Lockbeard on a roll. Yeah, Mr. Lee. Jeff says, has anyone been to Nebraska? I have. There's like 15 trees in the whole state. Unless Bigfoot solely eats sweet corn, it's not Nebraska. Well, so special. You know, if we ask Duke, he'd probably tell us it's a special breed of maize squatch. It's the maize squatch. Maize squatch. And I bet maize squatch is kind of closely related to porky squatch. So, Ida says, Jay Fritz, make it a double. Those milkshakes aren't good for you. I want to take it easy on them. Mid-South says, go out there and find out I've been zapped. Doesn't have anything to do with your blood sugar. Well, can we find any proof of this, though? That how do we know that it isn't what happened? Or something else happened? I mean, I don't know. All I know is the only thing that could remotely approach anything like was a time in the Appalachians. I was gold prospecting in the Appalachians, and I wouldn't say zapped. I felt like I was being watched and I shouldn't be there. I just had this feeling I shouldn't be there and I was being watched. Enough so that I turned around and went back the way I went. So I can come that far, but as far as like Bigfoot reaching out with some kind of electromagnetic or psychic thing or even infrasound, like until we had like if you experience infrasound, that could be a big cat, right? That could be mountain lions. I would even go so far to say that it's more believable that infrasound experienced in way out in the wild. To me, it would be more believable that came from a remnant individual from a remnant population of the American lion, because there used to be lions and cheetahs and stuff in America until about 13,000 years ago, 12,000 years ago. There were big cats here, like bigger than what we have now. The saber-tooth tiger's one of the most popular ones, but these other ones, the American lion and stuff like that, we had all this shit. It just got wiped out when a big fucking rock hit the planet about 13,000 years ago. Caused all the mastodons and woolly mammoths and giant sloths and the giant cave bear and the giant armadillos and the giant beavers and all these big fucking things died. So, but some things live, like the bison. They're still here. They've gotten smaller as a result because all the bigger ones were less survivable, I guess. But these are a remnant. These are leftover from those. And so it's totally not outside the realm of possibility for there to still be remnant populations of these other animals that just somehow flown under our radar. So let's say some of these American lions are still out there. Well, it's more likely that that's what it was that hit you with infrasound, if that's what you think this zap is supposed to be. Or it could be actual African lions and tigers as well, that have been accidentally released here by people like that ridiculous Tiger King guy. So you know what I'm saying? So don't get upset. But I do think that some people out there may not truly know what happened to them, and they may have really seriously just been really tired and exhausted, and maybe a touch of heat stroke and the blood sugar dropped, and then it's just a perfect storm of, because that shit'll, like, I'll lose. It's all like I'm toast for a little bit, and I gotta sit and rest. I can't, because it drops down below like in the 50s and shit when that happens, and it's a bad deal. Donald says, I think the zapped is a natural spike in adrenaline when seeing these things for the first time. Well, yeah, I mean, that can exhaust you. You disagree about the adrenaline thing? Brandy says everything is energy. Yeah, that's true. Mr. Lee says Jeff Sasquatch would not eat sweet corn. No way. I don't know about that. I think Sasquatch would eat the shit out of some sweet corn, Mr. Lee. Well, he would do it once and he'd be like, damn it, my turds are easy to spot with all that corn in it. Get that shimmer down your back. I think it was all in my head. Yeah, I mean, it just could be, people get freaked out and there's something in their head. I mean, I think that's within the realm of possibility. It's just whether or not their own ego and pride would allow them to admit that they just kind of really freaked themselves out. Brandy says, if we don't know exactly what being zapped is, how do you know if you've experienced it? I don't, and I don't think anyone else knows that either. They're saying, some people are insisting Sasquatch did it to them. Well, you don't know Sasquatch did shit to you. You don't. You simply do not know that. Mr. Lee says tigers, just like wood knocks. People say, I heard knocks. It must be Sasquatch. No, you don't know that was Sasquatch. That could be a lot of things. Could be a woodpecker. Could be tree pops. Could be some asshole in the woods. Some human person. Midtown says, I got zapped once and had a 4-hour time displacement happen. 1 minute I was in the middle of the woods with all my gear. The next minute I'm home, sitting on my front porch, and lost 4 hours. See, that's weird. So, but we have no explanation for what happened to you there. Were you, because, like, for example, you ain't gonna like this, but I'm sorry, man. You're not gonna like this, but like there's been people who have had like temporary amnesia, and sometimes lasting for months or even years. Like they'll completely forget who they are, and then they'll remember later, and they don't remember what they were doing the whole time. They were walking around, living life, using a cell phone. Like it's like a totally different mind inside them was operating the show. And this is a real, I can't remember what they call it, but this is a real thing. It's within the realm of possibility that that's what really happened to you. Now, maybe it's not. Maybe you were abducted by aliens or fairies or some other shit, or the government. Who fucking knows? But I'm just saying that's one of the possibilities. It's so mundane that it pisses some people off when you tell them, well, it could be this. Or like, no, it couldn't have been that. It was too fucking weird. And it pisses them off. I'm like, I'm sorry. But sometimes there's perfectly, reasonable explanations for things that are, and, it scares people too. It scares you. Like, am I not truly fully in control of this? And in some cases, that could be the case. Pine Island says, Jay Fritz is a crypto sexologist. He screws chicks that no one has ever proven to exist. Oh shit. So Thomas says, so true, Lockbeard. I was actually talking about that last night with for the megafauna. Were you? Where we're at? Oh, you were over on. I haven't had a chance to watch the replay on that. On Joe's show, I think. Don Fuller says, Mid-South, I disagree with you. The feeling I got when this thing broke through the pine saplings left a effed up feeling in me. Bigfoot had a stun gun. Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, many exotic pets let loose, though. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's why, like, it's just been stupid. It's been so stupid. Like, we're going to have to really get serious about, okay, can a person, like, own a big cat? I hate to say a person shouldn't have the freedom to own, like, a tiger, but there should be, like, a freaking ironclad rule. Like, this tiger must have a tracking device on it, and it must be linked up with the appropriate monitoring organization that says, look, if we find the signal of this animal anywhere outside the normal zone it's supposed to be in, we immediately dispatch a whole bunch of motherfuckers to go get that thing, because as soon as a tiger gets out, it could be killing someone's kid any second. There's no time. You can't. This is not something you play around with. A fucking tiger eats people. And yet we're being kind of ridiculously flippant about the people owning this shit. you know, and fuck. Mid-house is downfall. Normally, when you get zapped, you don't even have a sighting. You usually are either getting too close to one, or its child, or you're provoking one not knowing it. Yeah, I don't know about all that. Kind of see the data. Yeah, I mean, where's the proof of that, right? Like, how do you have video of you on camera at the moment you got zapped, and it shows the Bigfoot there, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? And then even if the Bigfoot is there, you don't know for sure that the Bigfoot was the cause of whatever zapped is, right? You don't know for sure. Could be something else. No bullshit. Got zapped. Got you zapped. Uncle Bone says, "Oh my God, just scrolled up Pine Island research." Yeah. An episode from a shock. I lost a week. Like, totally, like, amnesia of a week. It says, Donald Fuller, what the hell are you talking about? Data. What data you want to see? I get 32 gigs on my phone. Is that what you're talking about? Well, he's talking about actual evidence that proves that the zapping occurred as a result of proximity to a Sasquatch. Actual data that proves, you know, their children were there. Or they were, you know, how do we know that it happened? That it actually came from the Sasquatch, and that the reason for them doing it had to do with getting too close or provoking them. You know, like there's no data showing this stuff. Sanders says, Patty Troy, electric shock. Donald says, Miss South, you're making statements as a matter of fact. Show me the data. Patty Troy says, no, Sandra, from a trauma I experienced. How did you go? Mid-South says, Donald, you followed me throughout the years like some people have. I hear you would have seen it. Somehow have in here. You would have seen it. Zappification. Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, you believe Whiteley Strieber UFO experience? I don't know. I don't recall. Like all the like. There's so many, man, Mr. Lee. I'm not sure which one that is. Whiteley Strieber. Have we talked about that before? Because you see, if maybe I'll recall. But it was a UFO experience. Oh, the guy that wrote The Grays? I don't know. It's been so fucking long. I don't know, Mr. Lee. I'd have to look that over again, I guess. Sandra Piper says, okay, Patty would do it. Mr. Lee says, I'm seeing UFOs every day. They are real. Well, get some video, put it up, man. Exactly. Lockbeard says, tall ones. Mid-South says, yeah, I've got video, quite a few. In fact, if you watch any of my videos from Tennessee that I've had an active Sasquatch areas, there's few people here, and I know what I'm talking about. Communion. Yeah. Yeah, so you got like a whole series of books or whatever. But Man, I don't know. Most of this is people's accounts, man. It's hard to know what to make of them. Well, Mr. Lee, I think we've done enough damage for one night. Jeff wants to know if anyone is going live later. Yeah, it's Saturday night. Nikki said she's going out tonight, I guess, or something. So I don't imagine she's having a late night. I'm personally probably going to fall asleep at some point. I don't go out on no Saturday night. None of that nonsense. Paulman says, Mid-South, you able to put together a video presenting all of your evidence? Yeah, I mean, it's just that some people say, well, I got the video, but then there's nothing in the video that's conclusive. And that person may say, well, I know Sasquatch was there. Well, yeah, but we don't. And we're not saying you're lying. We're saying you could be mistaken. It could be something else, So, the evidence would have to show conclusively that there was a Sasquatch there. Which, if that happens, that's the most important thing about the video, right? Forget the zapping. Video that's conclusive about Sasquatch, and that's going to be hard to do anyway. So it's a tall order. It's hard. That is something. It's a lot to ask. It is a lot to ask because no one's been able to fucking do it, right? So I don't think you're going to be able to provide the proof that's going to satisfy someone like Donald or even me, like to prove that Sasquatch zaps people, because you can't even get video that proves the Sasquatch is there conclusively. Of course, there are people, a lot of the experiencers get mad. They're like, well, I know, I was there, I saw it, I'm a knower. And this is what I was going on about earlier. I'm sick of hearing the word knower, because you can be a knower all day long. You got to you got to understand that we don't know because we weren't there. Sure, you can call yourself a knower, but we don't know. So you can't get mad at people for not just accepting, what you're saying, because they don't know for sure that you're not mistaken or somebody hoaxed you. Like maybe someone, because who was it a while back that they were getting hoaxed and for years? I can't remember who it was. They were getting hoaxed for years, and their family told them, "Oh, we were hoaxing you," and they're like, "Holy shit!" So it's a bad deal. But the evidence. We need the evidence of all this stuff. Star Trek doesn't count. You're seeing them every day. Star Trek don't count. Piano says, if not, I may or may not. We will see. Jeff says, I will if you join me on stream, Donald. Yeah, Donald, jump on there. Mr. Lee says, Mid-South Lockbeard likes Star Trek. I'm Star Wars fan, though. I like Star Trek and Star Wars, but not new Trek and not new Star Wars. Almost all of it shit. Strange New Worlds is looking surprisingly decent, but I've got such a bad taste in my mouth from Picard and Discovery, that fuck. And that is Star Wars, same thing. Rogue One was ho-hum at best and was completely, they should not have wasted time making Rogue One. Shouldn't have done it. Solo was an abysmal failure. The new trilogy was an abysmal failure. Every freaking one of them. I haven't seen Mandalorian. I've seen clips. They look kind of cool, but really, why are we watching a series about the Mandalorian? Like, this was not a character of any real significance ever. So got a bad taste in my mouth. I don't want to. I'm not, if they make anything new that is good, I'm gonna be like, do I even really want to see it now? I did. Enough people told me, look, they said that they didn't fuck up the new Top Gun. That it was actually pretty good. So the tall ones will be happy to hear, like that I actually went and watched Top Gun Maverick, and it was a pretty good movie. It was. So I've broken my boycott of 2 years now. It's been about 2 years I was been boycotting, but I broke it for 2 movies. The new Bill and Ted, which was a fucking turd. There was a few cool parts, but it was pretty much a turd. And then Top Gun Maverick, where they actually did good. And something that, like, where the hell's anyway, Nerdrotic was talking about this, because before the movie, Tom Cruise is sitting there, talking to the fans, and he's thankful, and he's like, he's not doing like these douchebags over at Disney with the Star Wars thing, and they're talking shit on the fans. They're talking shit on the fans. And douchebags like over in the MCU, Taiki with TD and that douche nozzle, piece of shit, fuck. I don't want to watch any new MCU either, because to me the MCU ended at the at Infinity War, because fuck Endgame and fuck everything else that's coming, that's been out and coming. It's just, I'm done. You screwed it up so bad, MCU motherfuckers. So yeah, Miss House says, top ones, I have over 600 vids on YouTube if you want to check them out. Let me hold on a second. Close some windows here. Give me just a second. I don't know that I didn't know that you were making videos, I don't guess. Is your channel just called Mid-South Sasquatch? So you guys gotta tell me these things. You gotta tell me these things. What was your last video? Pine Island, maybe, says Donald. Go hit the link, Donald. Star Wars fan. So I don't know why people can't be fans of both of them, but I guess some people can't. I like them both, or I used to, before they fucked it up. All one says, Mid-South, this isn't how that works. You need to present the evidence you claim you have. One video that shows all your quality evidence, that's the best way to present your evidence. Pine Island says, I'm going to make a thumbnail that says, special guest Mr. Lee, probably get 1,000 in chat. Yeah. Not till you do. Mr. Lee's not going to go on. He'd break the internet. Yeah. It says, check out my video entitled 032 to 0 creature blinks 3 times. Watch it on 25 playback speed. When was that video? Like, how old is it? Like, I'm wondering if I need to, like, search for it. Shoot. Hold on a second. Hell yeah, it was. What? Tall one says it. I won't steer you wrong. Oh, you said. Oh, you're talking about the movie? Hell yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah. Tom Cruise aged a lot better than Val Kilmer. Tall one says I won't steer you wrong. Yeah. Top Gun. Tom Cruise rubbish. Yeah, Mr. Lee says he walked out of that movie. Uncle Bone says break the interwebs. It was decent, but like it was just so unnecessary. And then like the only thing that was really good I thought about the movie was Darth Vader kicking ass. But it was just like, did someone just want to make some filler? I mean, what's the deal here? No, literally no one ever asked for all those years from the older movies when they said, she said many boffins or whatever died to get us this information. Literally zero people ever asked, oh, I wonder what happened. I bet that was a great adventure. No one, not one motherfucker ever asked that question. Donald Fuller says, I gotta keep my secret identity to piss off too many figures in this community. My profile pic may not even be me. Tallman says, I think it's banned in China because of the Taiwan flag on his jacket. Really? Holy shit. They take that shit seriously. China, get over it. Mr. Lee says, and Stranger Days, fantastic. I haven't watched Stranger Days. Tallman says, Miss South, you can watch 400 videos to see your... I can't watch 400 videos to see your evidence. If you do one video presenting all your evidence, we can better understand what you're talking about. Yeah. I mean, there's just so many channels. Like I got 100 channels on the TV guide, and those are only channels that have live streams, right? They're only paranormal channels that have live streams. It's not including those that do premieres or short videos or any of that stuff. Those aren't on there. I made that TV guide just for live streams. If I tried to add all the others that don't do live streams, but they have short video clips and they do like premieres and man, that would be, I don't know how many damn channels. It'd be a lot. So, and my primary interest when I made the TV guide was just, live streams, because I like live streams. I like chat interaction, and so that's what I was making it for. But there's just so many channels, and if every channel has 400 videos, well, we gotta have some way to narrow down like which channel we want to focus on, and is this going to be a channel that's got good stuff on it, or is it going to be, a Duke Sullivan channel that's full of bullshit? So can't watch 600. Yeah, that's a lot of videos. I didn't even know he was making videos. I don't guess. Steve, you got your emails? Mr. Lee says Mogs a couple years ago. Tallman, one of these big issues in this 5 minutes is presented. Look at how research is done outside of this subject. It's held to higher standards. I think that's where we need to be. Abso-fucking-lutely. Like we got a bunch of people out here that think they're like conducting scientific research who seriously couldn't science their way out of a fucking paper bag. So we got a problem. That'll look good though, Lockbeard. Yeah, man. It sucks he can't talk very well anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad we can't ever have more Mad Mardigan. That's all I'm saying. Need some more Mad Mardigan. He was pretty cool. Yeah. I think they did. I think they also used some computer trickery as well. The tall ones, they had to use special software so Val could talk. Val on Netflix is really good. Mr. Lee says, yes, Cowboy, he looked good, man. Botox, I bet. Botox. Mr. Lee. The tall one says, I like how Tom Cruise fought to get Val in the new movie. You know, I wasn't aware of that. You know, see, every time, like, it's so easy to tear on Tom Cruise, but you got to give him props for some of the shit he does sometimes. I tell you what. Because if they were actually thinking, oh, we can't have Val in the movie just because, you know, whatever, you know, he hasn't aged well. Well, that's real life. People don't age well. So yeah, he can be a freaking general or whatever his rank was. He can, you know, he should be there. He should be there. Um, he was. I'm glad he was in the movie. He should have been in the movie. It's too bad there wasn't more of him. I don't know how necessary. I guess it was like because it was. They used his death to create the conflict of, oh, we're gonna pull you out. We're pulling out Maverick. Get the fuck, you're grounded. And then that forced Maverick to go fly the course, right? And then, you know, story beats. So yeah, I mean, I hate that Val's character, the Iceman, had to go down to progress the story, but yeah, Mr. Lee says, Cowboy, if he did a pretty good job, man. And he did. The Jay says, good chocolate milkshake. Mr. Lee says, Tom fucking Cruise does my head in every day, man. Jay, where'd you get that chocolate shake anyway? There were some people, this town I used to live in, there were some people like busting on Sonic. They were mad about Sonic taking too long or messing up orders or whatever. And they were being pretty, they did a Facebook rant. So I decided I'd comment on that. And my comment went something like, this is my true Sonic story, right? I used to have a serious addiction to having a large Oreo peanut butter shake every freaking night. It was extremely bad for me. I knew it, but it didn't matter. I had to have one every damn night. The biggest freaking, most sugar-laden shake possible. And so I was going to Sonic every night to get that shake. And there were some times before I got the vehicle stopped in the stall, before I put it in park, the girl was already coming out the door with my shake. She knew damn well what I wanted. She was coming out with my shake. It might have had something to do with I always tip those girls better than people typically tip them because, you tip good, you get premium service. So my complaint about all that is they were enablers. They were enabling me to eat that unhealthy stuff. Mr. Lee says, Tom fucking Cruise. Oh, that's my head. I already read that one. Spoiler alert, says Patty. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah. Sorry. It's not that major of a spoiler, though, I don't guess. If I started talking about what happened after that might be a spoiler. A real spoiler. Mr. Lee says he will be here in a minute. I bet that effing Tom Cruise. Thomas, the dogfight scenes were really well done and not much CGI. Yeah. I don't know how I could talk about what happened. I mean, apparently we're in the spoiler territory here. There's something I probably would have gone ahead and done at a specific point. In fact, I thought for damn sure that's what they were about to do. Well, there was two options. I thought there was two different possibilities of what was about to happen, and neither one of them happened. But there was one primarily I thought that should have been the one that happened, but which would piss people off if it happened. But you might be able to kind of guess what I'm getting at. Mr. Lee says Oklahoma. Donald says Tom's cool, but that Scientology crap needs to be abolished. Where David Muscovich's wife. What? Miskovich? What? Who? Twisty Treat. Tallman says, hi, Patty. Yikes. Now I don't need to see it. No, you need to see it. I think you need to see it. I probably don't. For newer movies, I'm probably not going to say that very often, but if you were a fan of the original Top Gun movie, which, you know, I could give two shits about fighter jets, really, but that was a pretty cool movie. I mean, it's just one of those fucking movies we all saw, right? If you were a fan of it at all, you need to see it. They didn't fuck it up like they've done a lot of stuff. They didn't get all crazy woke about shit. Tall one says, nah, Patty, lots of good left in the movie. Oh yeah, that was a minor spoiler. That was a minor spoiler. And it was, something that the story could have done without, perhaps. Perhaps. I don't know. They kind of needed it to happen to kind of create the setback there. That particular top one says you can't, Lockbeard. You can't what? Strange Things must watch people. I don't know, Mr. Lee. I'm not drawn in by Stranger Things. Scientology everywhere now. For Kate Bush. What? You definitely have to see the movie. All I know is I'm glad the popcorn is free at this theater here, because I was surprised. I thought for sure, because they usually gouge you for popcorn. But it wasn't, it was cold pretty much before I got to my seat. Like, it wasn't hardly hot at all. I need some fucking hot popcorn. I don't know. And also I don't want to get sucked into another show of any kind, there's just too much shit to do. Not enough time. I think I can live without Stranger Things. Sorry, Mr. Lee. We running up that hill. Free popcorn. They just give you a bucket or a bag or whatever, and you got the big old popcorn deals over there, and you just go fill up popcorn, and they don't charge you for popcorn. I never heard of such a thing. Usually you expect that you're about to get gouged all the shit for some popcorn, but Squash Cowboy says, I watch Stranger Things every time I watch YouTube. Yeah. Donald says the leader of Scientology's wife has not been seen since before Tom Cruise's wedding to Katie Holmes. Leah Remini has been trying to get in touch with her. Do you think she got locked in a basement somewhere or dropped down a hole, perhaps? Throw it overboard? Maybe she was going to say some shit they didn't want her to say. Tall One says, I sneak candy and drinks in. I just buy popcorn. Now that it's almost summer, it's harder to get everything in. Yeah. Yeah, I'll shove a bottle of water in my pocket, and because they're just too stupid about that. But a lot of times they'll say, screw the keto, gotta get some popcorn. And you know, I have to tell them, because they never put enough butter on there. So what I've taken to telling the people behind the counter is, pretend you hate me and you want to kill me. Now butter my popcorn. And then they will butter the fuck out of that popcorn. Patty Shore says the police have talked to her, supposedly. Yeah, it has to be hot, but it's cold. That's probably why it's free. It's free because they're probably like, our damn machines don't keep this popcorn hot enough that you can charge for it. It's kind of like McDonald's French fries. Once they get the slightest bit cool, they are not edible. Something about them coagulates, and it's just a piece of shit. You're amazed that even birds take that shit. Paul One says Joe Rogan has the leader's dad on his podcast. Yeah, saw that. Wow, is that a crazy cult? He had to escape, and his own son is the leader. Yeah, if you, Mr. Lee, if you haven't seen that, you need to see that interview. Since you got Tom Cruise all up in your house all the time, flying over with his damn helicopter and probably spreading Scientology all over your house. Poison, please do keto. Well, next time I go to that theater, I guess I eat the popcorn may be free, but I don't know. I might try to ask them, say, look, is there any way you can make the popcorn hot? Or like put some microwaves out here or some shit, but then it'd probably turn rubbery. I just can't win. True about those cold. Exactly. I'm not the only one, am I? I'm not the only one. I mean, I shouldn't eat those damn things anyway, because I'm not sure there's actual potato there. I think it's fake tater. Thomas says season 1 of Depp versus Heard was really season 1. Yeah. Hopefully that distraction is over with. I swear some of this shit, like, I bet that shit is not even 100% real. See, they're actors. They're actors. They could act like they're suing each other to help create a distraction that, you know, everyone's going to want to tune into that, or a lot of people are anyway. Mr. Lee says, Lockbeard, can you get Johnny Depp on? Why do you want Johnny Depp on here? If I could get Johnny Depp on here, I mean, you know, I'd be on the next part of the Caribbeans with him. Oh, fuck yeah. Big goddamn pirate. I think I'd fit in. Keto fries, fake taters, or Amber Turd. I don't want to be anywhere near Amber Turd. You can see the crazy all over that chick. She crazy, man. Shit, Johnny's bad. Patty says that book by Lawrence Wright about Scientology and Hollywood tells all. Tallman says it was the day they almost caught Jack Sparrow. Yeah. I saw a meme about that somewhere. I can't remember how it was worded, though. Donald says, I've been trying to get Mr. Lee into Squatchology based on the books by L. Ron Hubbard. Squatchology? That's a whole nother ology right there. You thought Disney got a new Jack Sparrow? Not as far as I know. Look, they can't be that dumb. Like, there's no way in hell you could get away with casting anyone else but Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow. No, the fans would never accept it. Jack Sparrow is Johnny Depp. Like, you can't. I mean, it's just no. Someone else can come act like they're Jack Sparrow, but it's just not going to be acceptable to the fans. It's just one of those they're not going to accept. So if they were going to do that, they would be well advised to just don't even make the movie. You're better off not making the movie. Mr. Lee says she's crazy girl. Heard that. Tallman says Tool played a show for Scientologists at their compound. It's on YouTube. A must watch. Holy shit. Patty says, who will watch Pirates without Depp? Not going to happen. Well, and I don't know. I haven't seen the numbers on the newer movie that didn't have shit. I'm losing the names of the other main characters, but they're trying to introduce these other ones, the younger generation, and I don't know, but you definitely can't do it without Captain Jack Sparrow. You just can't do it. Who must be played by Johnny Depp. Yeah, it just wouldn't work. I know people be like, an actor, that's what their job is. They're supposed to act like they're a character. The character is not the actor. That's yes, but the reality is so much of depth is in that character. That'd be like what was the name of that character on the planet on the MCU that was played by and I'm not remembering anyone's names right now. Anyway, that character was basically him if he was really leading a planet. The Master or whatever they called him. Patty, I will not. Squash Cowboy says, yes, it's called New Jack City Sparrow with Wesley Snipes. What the hell? Mr. Lee says they were both cray-cray, toxic relationship. Jay says maybe they changed their mind after he shit the turd. At least after he beat her and proved that she was an issue that shouldn't have been. Tall One says, type in my dog stepped on a bee on YouTube. It's hilarious. Your dog stepped on a bee. Well, hold on a second. I was going to... I better hit that sub bomb at it. First, I was going to bring up Mid-South channel. Hopefully, I got the right Mid-South. Is he still here even? Let me see here. Dog stepped. Oh shit! It filled it in. Must be popular. Oh, has it got music to it? Oh.
My dog stepped on a bee. My dog on a bee. bee, stepped on a bee, stepped on a bee. My dog stepped on a bee, stepped on a bee. My dog stepped on a bee.
What kind of nervous tick is that?
My dog stepped on a bee, stepped on a bee, stepped on a bee. My dog stepped on a bee, stepped on a bee.
Look, chick shits your bed, and it's not IBS. There's some serious crazy going on there. Danny says the only great pirate in the movies was played by Errol Flynn. That's all Depp is signing. What's the name of his character, Danny? That's all Depp is signing on for Beetlejuice. Fuck. Like he's gonna play Beetlejuice. Why not Michael? What was I going to search here? Errol Flynn. That's what. So I don't know. This guy?
You want the girl? Why not? And I'm willing to pay for what I want. Come, Zach. You burst the knowledge of
Scientology?
But what do you value each of them?
This whole... I mean, I think Depp would do a good Beetlejuice, but why can't they get
They're worth rather more. Very well.
Michael...
You're at 12. For 3/5 the value of the prize.
I'm losing all words at this point. Just
for the shared true mind, I make myself responsible.
all names. Yes. Coleman says, Patty, no, it was in 1992. The church was trying to reach out to the younger generation. Tool trolled them the entire time.
Wait! Do not take her while I live. Then I'll take her when you're dead.
I think it's getting away. Sorry, I have that. Oh, you're talking about Mid-South? Mr. Lee says Tom Cruise has kidnapped Mid-South. Oh, shit. You heard his feelings, Brent? The best pirate movie was Treasure Island with Wallace Beery. Says Grasshoppers. Pay choices. I've been fascinated by the crazy of Scientology for years. Colin says, not this one. It's the one they do with the Dr. Seuss rhyming. Oh, you talking about the... Hold on.
My dog stepped on a bee.
Ultimate compilation. How do I find it? The dog with dog. Should I put try that. And I don't want to do that. Hold on. Let's see.
My dog stepped on a bee.
My child spilled my tea.
Jimmy Savile shagged me.
I want to
Didn't want to turn the key.
My dad has to pee.
My mom's stuck in a tree. My dog stepped on a bee.
I sharded on Santa's knee.
I can't say turkey tree.
I'm just having a pee.
What does it say? And he...
Lives just by the sea. Oh, shit! Shit!
My dog stepped on a bee.
You thunder against me.
My yard's full of debris.
We're not breeding, this is breed.
God, did he just hit me?
My squirrel got bit by a flea.
Without my glasses, I cannot see.
I want to learn Tai Chi.
The worst thing that's just happened to me.
Got stung by a bee when I was having a wee.
I twisted my knee.
He'd come back and tell me.
It hurts when I try to pee.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
I really need to pee.
Didn't physically hurt me.
My husband broke his knee.
Lasagna has a G.
This isn't gluten-free.
Where's Harvey?
My dog stepped on a bee.
Gotta save the universe, Morty!
There's no sugar in my tea.
My cats have fleas.
He gets down on his knees.
I have to sneeze.
Oh, say, can you see?
I fell out of a tree.
That was so scary. My dog stepped on a bee.
Objection relevance.
Her meow was dirty, now it burns when I pee.
Where can my dentures be?
My dog stepped on a bee.
My child spilled my tea.
My dog stepped on a bee.
My child spilled my tea.
Huh. Is that the one? I don't know. Don't say the B word, says Sasquatch. Grasshopper says, I watched that movie Friday morning. Presented as evidence, yeah. Beetlejuice. Yeah. Tallman says it was TikTok people doing a parody of Amanda Heard. They did a parody when she was talking about sitting on a couch. Yeah, Michael Keaton. Yeah, they gotta use Michael Keaton. Dormake though, craving a hot cup of tea, doing a remake of Beetlejuice. I think it's supposed to be a part 2. Mark Thomas has got to bail. Catch y'all next time. See you, Joe, mate. Yeah, we're like an hour over, so we're probably going to cut out pretty quick. Proud George says it's hard to be me. Good night. Everybody said good night to Mark. So was that the right one? Did I get the right one? Because I don't know. They were definitely doing a parody of her. That looks like the same one.
My dog stepped on the bee. 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 My dog stepped on the bee.
Well, that's officially gotten out of control. Playing the Batman in a new Flash movie. Seriously, that's some full circle shit right there. They should have never done anyone else but Michael Keaton. Like, it just seems weird. You know, like they keep changing guys. And I'm like, I don't know. I thought that Michael, I mean, and then, shit, I'm losing everybody's names right now. Who played the Joker? Same. They should have kept him, I thought, but they kept trying to redo it, but it's just like Superman. They keep trying to redo this story, and it's just been done and done and done. Sandra says, for information, the Lost Crypts Conservatory is on at 10. Awesome. Well, I ain't hanging around for no 10. We're already an hour over, so. Good night, Judy. Patty says it was a joke, Mr. Lee. I'm okay. Good night. Good night. Part of Beetlejuice filmed close to me. Parts of it. Grasshopper says Michael Keaton was the better psychotic Batman. Mr. Lee says Johnny Depp looks rough, though, not keto. Well, as soon as he gets back on that ship and he's eating nothing but fish, he'll be okay, Mr. Lee. Good night, Sandra and Ida. Tom Cruise is here. Mr. Lee, you need to tell Tom Cruise to stop coming over to your fucking house. You don't need no damn Scientologist up under your roof. It's bad juju. Have to get Mogs to come over there and smudge the shit out of that place for you. Good night, Jody. Good night, Uncle Bones. Yep, so thank y'all for coming. I'm sure I did piss off. I pissed off the Purple Hobbit guy, but I think it's probably, if he's ever been here, he's only been here once, so I guess whatever. If he's pissed off at me, whatever.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because subscribing makes you feel good.
Thank you, Patty Troy, Uncle Bones. Good night, Ida. Good night, Donald. See y'all next time. Thanks for coming.